It's what I've been waiting for. Grenadier time! Yes, let's go! Season 9 preview patch here. We got a show match between B and Anatan. And this is going to be a fun one. Delhi, not tweaked too much, but I think we've seen the Delhi moving into a different direction with Elephant Fun Time and Dome of Faith. But what I am interested in the most is this. The Zhu Ji, who right now are cavalry OP. They just got some interesting buffs. For a start, you can get Grenadiers in the Castle Age instead of Imperial Age. On top of that, the Cav are now bonkers with a 20% increased attack speed. I'm excited for this one. And honestly, for good reason, the games so far in this series have been peak content. I'm glad we got these two. I love it when we get drastic overhaul patches. Like, I hate these small tweaky changes. What I want is big, gaping adaptations to Age of Empires 4, followed up by fine-tuning. And that's what we've got. With the big siege changes coming in Season 9, with some adaptations of essentially the identities of the different civs, like the Zhu Ji. I'm really thrilled to see what the future of 84 is going to have in store. Prairie is a cool one to see coming out here. We already have a difference in opening here. Anatan did not go for the double scout. Meanwhile, B did. And part of that is because Anatan can rely more heavily on berries. Berries, which did have the base rate increase while having the perk for other civs decreased. But overall, the gathering rate of Delhi shouldn't have changed on berries. It's just that other civs gather berries a bit quicker now. So 16 sheep so far to 22. I think B needs more. I wouldn't say that the double scout players paid off at this point. Maybe 8 to 10 more would make it kind of justifiable. Right now it's 17 to 22. You have to remember that the Delhi are going to start on the berries, so it does skew the numbers slightly, but this doesn't feel that great. The reason it's a problem is, like, this is a matchup where both players are now going to try to stay at home, guys, because with the changes to the Zhu Ji, Horseman spam actually isn't a bad idea in Feudal Age, and here's why. Horsemen can attack 20% faster, right? And their base attack is 9 damage. So like a 20% increase there in their DPS doesn't quite bring them to Ghazi levels, but brings them to a point where they can somewhat compete. Especially when you consider that, you know, with the right kind of angling, you should have a better economy due to the Imperial Official buffing your gathering rate. Obviously comes down to the berries, though. So I think what you might see here from B, yeah, Meditation Gun is going to come in. A very safe one here. Does get all the berries, part of the gold, and a few trees. So probably looking at, what, 36 food, 25 gold, and about 5 to 6 wood. Nothing insane. And that's for good reason. You don't really want to play far onto the map. Ever since Meditation Gun got fixed so that it no longer is bugged and gives double resources when killed, people don't want to build this on the map anymore. Because people now will attack it. So when you're up against an aggressive civ like the Delhi, you don't want to risk that. What I'm curious about is whether B is going to try and rush Castle Age. I know that Zhu Ji have been fixated on that as a goal for a while. It's very powerful. But in this matchup, I think it's a negative. I actually think the easiest way to win this matchup is for B to just scale Chuganu. And that would make me sad, because scaling Mass Chuganu means that we are not going to see anything new unless this goes into Imperial Age. They're kind of bummed out by that, actually. I mean, it does mathematically make sense, right? Like, Mass Chuganu will be able to just eradicate Ghazi. You can't play Mass Archers because you've got Dome of Faith. So you just go Spear Juke and you push over. That also gives you a blocker to the Sacred Site win condition that Anatan should be leaning into. B. Final collection is 22 to 19. Oh, you sacrificed a villager, man. I'm not sure if that worked out as worth it. Also, the way he's dividing his economy feels terrible. When you're playing Zhu Ji, in an ideal world, you want to be able to lean one resource, lean the other, because you can just supervise to kind of churn it out. But he split his economy 3 ways, quite evenly. So this Imperial Official's impact is drastically lower than it normally would be. I think this is because we're going to be looking at Jugnu. So the only reason you want this many people on wood is to set up the archery ranges and then get the gold pumping with food into the units. Meanwhile, Ghazi already on the way. Sanatan doing the atypical opening, which is also pretty damn useful up against the scouts here. Oh, I forgot to do predictions on this one. We're fairly deep in this particular one. So you Gambaholics will just have to get in there next time. And at its hand with the Delhi Outpost rush. It's a fast castle building. He's punishing it. Or at least he thinks it is. Stables just got dropped on a delay. What a game. So where is the tech to get the speed? I think it's in blacksmiths, right? The attack speed tech is in the blacksmiths. Don't know if I like that. Well, horsemen need to be supervised and pumped out ASAP here. I don't know if this is going to be quick enough, though. The Ghazi, the scout, might be able to protect. Surely not. Surely not like this. Horsemen dive in. Villagers getting targeted, but they do have the textiles here. It's going to shift one away. Love that micro. It's wasting time with the horseman. One villager should be going down. He needs that second one. This is going to be tight. But I think he's got it. B should be able to get the snipe just before the outpost would complete here. What a micro there, B. It looked like Anatan was outplaying him, but just adjusted at the last moment to get the necessary kill here. Now I wonder, do we see another villager pull? We do. 2 more from Anatan. He's not done yet. You've got to be kidding me. I do wonder if this was necessary. I mean, it was likely going to be a Castle Age rush otherwise, right? And Shaolin monks don't really give a crap about anything that you have this early in the game. Ghazi can kind of out-micro, so you can just pull back injured ones and eventually kill a Shaolin monk, but it's very high effort. And if you feel like your opponent's got too much food, he can just keep pump and dumping more monks, right? So I kind of get where Anatan's coming from. If he at least gets the Sacred Sites behind this, it's worth. He needs to be moving for those sites, though, and right now he's not. Horseman spam is real, though. B trying to now run away from this as Anatan is bringing in more villagers. The wall is not going to go up, though. B, he may lose some of the cab, but if he can get these kills, it's worthwhile. Splits it 2 ways. Wall is going to get built up, so Anatan is safe. This game. What is going on? This is our home, Timothy. We live here now. Get used to living in the trees. We're wood elves. He makes a move. It looks like he might have done enough damage here. The Ghazi count ahead of what B has to defend with. Horseman now diving in. Textile just makes it so difficult. The pinch is going to be there. 1 villager down. A second one to be targeted. Can he get it? He needs the final tap of the hammer. But he can't bring the hammer down. He gives up on the dreams and the game becomes a nightmare. 4 villagers dead. No outpost achieved for Anatan. And B, he did spend a lot on the horseman there, and a lot of horsemen did die. He needs to find a hit back here. It's not good enough to stop that outpost going up. He needs more now. Look at the health bars. This cost him dearly. Yes, he did get the villager kills. Yes, economically, over time, he will be better. But for now, he's actually weak. The Ghazi need to mirror him. The Sacred Site lock-ins are now allowing Anatan to be ahead on economy despite the fact he lost those villages. Scholar's at least going to be brought down, but it only costs 65 gold. So kind of a whoop-de freaking doodah if you kill a scout and a horseman in return. That he will. I can't believe this. Who loses 4 villagers pre-8 minutes and still wins a game? Because I legit think Anatan is winning this game. B, he's going for the tech, so there is a way out. But in the current state, I'd say Anatan is ahead. Not an age up, sure, but map control, the dominance here. Enough Ghazi that initial Shaolin monks will not be safe. And it is indeed going to be that Shaolin monastery, so monks going to be on the way. Sacred Sites, in the meantime, have all been locked in. Timer is started. 10 minutes defense is not feasible here, I don't think. But with the right amount of pressure, which he has with 16 Ghazi, and now playing the castle himself, the Delhi could become a real threat. Horseman, ambitious there, B. Pretty sure what that was about. And we finally have the tech on the way. Dali Horses is coming in. The attack speed increase is going to be big for Lance to play. The Horsemen are irrelevant now. But Lances are kind of crazy, actually, with this unique tech. Remember, this is the new one that got added. So 75 food, 175 gold, takes 45 seconds by default. And it increases the attack speed of all cavalry by 20%. Now, some cavalry did get nerfed to balance this out, like Imperial Guards got their attack rate decreased. Same with the Yuan Raiders. You're on radios, this is still a pretty drastic buff because it actually shifts back into a positive attack speed. Whereas Imperial Guards, I think, are slightly better than they were with Dali horses. First Lancer coming out, though, and it's an absolute bloody nightmare there. Ghazi, I'm going to shift back. Looks like we've got more being added in by Anatan, surprisingly enough. Notice he does not want to fight with the Monk for good reason. 2 melee armor and 15 base damage with double the attack speed of the Ghazi. So first relic on the way home for B. Oh my god, what a game. What a game indeed. I've just got the biggest smile on my face, man, because I feel like every single game is delivered. Maybe the first one was kind of like more atypical. But outside that, this has been pure chaos. The question is, can B do this? Does he have enough food? Great. He's down to 5 sheep at this stage. It's kind of risky for Anatan as well. He's down to 8 sheep. He never played flank resources because of the horsemen. So both of them are going to have the same issue to answer. The difference is that one Lancer can do more than, like, 2 Ghazi, right? When raiding, at least. Still we're getting spears and archers added in, so he's just locked into the age now. Along the flanks, decaps are coming through from B. Limited units to work with, but finding ways to sneak in the right locations. Namesh is also now coming in, so B. I wondered if he was going to try to switch over. You can't really go Palace Guard. Maybe Spearman yourself would have made a lot of sense here. Instead, just going for the more expensive choices. Shalamont in the meantime proving why they're favored. And I love this from Anatan. It's pro scouts, man. Remember, he gets pro scouts for free. 4 scouts in play. I wondered how he was going to get away with this, and we found the way. Anatan doesn't have to worry about defending his economy because it's going to remain at home. Bees, on the other hand, is about to have to buzz out like a buzzard here. Double outpost being set up to try and defend this, but against Mas Ghazi, this isn't a substantial defense. Which means you better have the Lancers in the neighborhood, otherwise doom. I know, now saving up for age 3. Has Anatan done enough? I think so. Especially more so when he does this. Imperial Official, not quite grabbed there. And Anatan, he's going off the mill. I think that's a misclick. Oh, that's so unfortunate. It would have been big as well. If he could get the taxman kill, that's huge. The Imperial Officials, remember, you have to produce them out the TC. So it's just you sacrificing a villager and spending 3 times the amount to replace the loss, right? Pretty painful to have to do there. It's very weird, actually. When you play against China, killing Imperial Officials is never worth it anymore due to Imperial Academy. Against Yuji, you should always be prioritizing it. And kind of slits are about to come in, so B does have the static defenses. Torches being pulled out, though. Spearmen are going to wail on the Lancers. Meanwhile, Ghazi are fixated on the primary target here. One outpost about to go down. Lancers not able to hold up against this Spearman. And now the taxman is going to die. Second outpost also in trouble. B, he doesn't have a big enough army to contest this. It came down to the food. Anatan still everything safe at home. Meanwhile, this play out to the board, onto the deer. May cost B dearly here. Second wave arrives now. Villagers trying to come in clutch to the repairs, but it's not working. Only 2 left alive. The outpost is not going to reach fortification point. Sure, it gets up there, but with only 80 HP left, it won't be good enough. And the army can't hold either. Just 2 Lancers and 2 Shalamonks remaining is not going to be good enough here. B, now behind on economy. Wow, what a read. What a clutch decision by Anatan as well. He was getting ready for a tech up, but instead he doubled down on this timing, realizing that he had the flood point, realizing that B was about to starve. Unbelievable. Now B, a big issue, right? Way too much gold, not enough of anything else. I mean, he needs a marketplace, he needs to trade ASAP, but that is going to get expensive fast. It's already 190 gold to get 100 food. Ghazi now going to hit into the economy. Economy that does not have textiles, folks. So B throwing away a lot of units here. 2 villagers get picked. Nothing given in return. Main army is stockpiling. I think this is over. There's just really no way out of this anymore. House of Learning now teching up. I think we're going to see a GG the moment Castle completes. He has to be sensing it as well, right? There's no way. If he's not getting dove here, a tech is happening. Who the... I'm really just going to have to emphasize this again, because saying it once doesn't give it enough clarity. Who the hell loses 4 villages on an outpost rush pre-8 minutes and still wins a game like this? There aren't many players. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm seeing this. Hard case bombs is on the way. I love this tech, by the way. You're seeing that correctly. Units you hit with your bombs take bonus ranged and melee damage for 5 seconds. This is one of the coolest tech decisions I've seen created in a while. Weird that you can queue it up multiple times, by the way. That's a weird bug. You did just see that correctly. Developers are watching. Mark that one. So for some reason, you can actually queue it up in multiple archery ranges. A bit of a weird bug. But ages began. And I think B... The Grenadiers can be good guys, but they have their limitations. I think we might be about to see those limitations. 10 damage. It is siege damage, admittedly. Weird that Anatan is chilling like this. The Phalanx thing again? I don't know. Maybe. Quite possibly. Yeah, devs will probably be looking at that. Can I get paid by the devs for testing getting players to test their test? Ghazi again and again. Not much in the way of health on them, but a few eco kills to make it worthwhile. Textiles is at least there, so B does have that defense, but he's not reacting correctly here. These guys are heavily injured. Don't run away. Stab them in the face. Meanwhile, Centimass pushing forward. We've got 4 Granny boys on the run. Moves in, frags out, and there's the debuff. You can see it. It's a little bit like the camel on knees here, so these guys are taking more damage, but nowhere near enough. And these are expensive, remember. Look at that, 240 resources down the drain, easy peasy. Yeah, and they also don't benefit from the range techs, right? Because they are a siege type. And that's not going to be enough to get him back in the game. GG gets called. Anatan with the absolutely disastrous outpost rush turns it around.